Hey everyone, this is Andrew at Plainview Farm, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to turn some trash into treasure. As I'm sure many of you know, it's not uncommon for rural Americans to turn old bathroom fixtures into things that they can use around the house. Usually, it's for decoration. People will turn old bathtubs into flower pots or toilets into flower pots. But today we're going to be turning this old bathtub into a water trough. Now you may be asking yourself, Andrew, how are you going to turn this old bathtub into a water trough when there's a hole right there? Well, that's what I'm about to show you. First thing we have to do is figure out how big the hole is. And if you look here, you can see that it's roughly a 2-inch opening. And fortunately for me, I have a 2.5-inch hole saw. I also have this old piece of plastic barrel that I have not thrown away. Then, guard very closely your junk pile, because if you're like me, at some point your wife may want you to throw it all away. Days like this are the days that we redeem ourselves and prove that no, the junk pile, it actually serves a purpose. Okay, so we're going to use this hole saw to cut a piece out of this plastic barrel top. I want to try to find a piece that's fairly flat. Again, it's plastic, so it's got some give to it, so it doesn't have to be perfectly flat, but fairly flat makes the job a little bit easier. All right, there's disc number 1. And look how nicely that fits over the hole. And we need us a second disc. Now what we want to do is add this piece of material back to the scrap pile so it can be used hopefully again at a later date. The next thing we're going to do is take this old inner tube that someone carelessly cut with their knife. We're going to use it to make ourselves a rubber washer or gasket, whatever you want to call it. All right. Huh. Looks like it'll work. Now we want another one that somewhat matches. Perfect. We'll also add that inner tube back to the junk pile. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and trim this up just a little bit. That way the neighbors don't think we're weirdos. There, that looks nice. Next, we're going to drill out our pilot hole so our bolt will fill through it. And that works. And number 2. There we go. And put us a hole in our gaskets. Now, we set the old bathtub up so that we can access both sides. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this good old sticky goop here, put a nice little bead of it here around the hole on the bottom. And I'm also going to put a bead of it around the bottom of my little blue plastic washer. Lay my inner tube gasket on my blue plastic washer. Then attach it to the drain hole on the bottom of the bathtub. There. Now I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side. Bead of goop. And put us a nice big healthy bead. Now, I'm going to run the bolt through, hopefully. Yeah, run the bolt through, and if you can tell, if you can see here, I should have showed you before I put it on, but I have a water hose washer, rubber washer for a water hose attached on my bolt here underneath the flat washer. Try to give us a really nice tight seal. Now I'm going to try to put all this together without it falling apart, hopefully. And of course, anytime you're working with this clear gooey stuff, it gets all over your hands. Just no way to avoid it. Or at least, there's no way for me to avoid it. Now we're going to cinch everything down tight with a wrench. Now this bathtub has been used as a trough once before, and so there was a plug made for the top up here, which is your drain plug, whatever you want to call it, on your bathtub. So we're just going to pretend that it's still sealed up, and hopefully it is. But as you can see here, it was used with two really large washers, steel washers, to hold everything together on it with, again, a rubber gasket cut from an inner tube. So I took the opportunity to spread some of that clear sealant that was oozing out, just spread it all around everything. That way it can cure out and hopefully dry. Won't be any leaks. And of course, this is the bottom side. You can see, again, the goo's kind of spread out all around it. Have our rubber washer right there, solely for, I guess, a little added security. Now, we're just going to give it a little bit of time to cure, and then we'll fill it up with water. All right, it's not had enough time to completely cure, but it's enough time that I can put water in it. It's still a little bit sticky, but I think we'll be okay. Throw a couple wood scraps underneath it just to protect it-ish. Level it up. There. I don't know about you, but a bathtub as a water trough, that screams classy farm to me. All right, let's fill this thing up. So now you may be wondering, why did I decide to use this bathtub as a water trough whenever I have that automatic waterer, or that mineral tub with the automatic float in it, to water these cows all day long no matter how much they drink? Well, the reason is that we've reached the time of year where things start freezing, and whenever things start freezing, things start breaking. So by putting this bathtub out here and filling it full of water, we are increasing our watering capacity, and we're not having to worry about busted floats or broken hydrants, anything like that, because the temperature has dropped too low. Oh, and while I've got you, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you've enjoyed this video and you like the kind of content that we produce. We appreciate it more than you know. Uh-oh, looks like we have our first customer. I think she likes it. Looks like she's going for a comparison here. All right, girl, what's the verdict? Well, you probably didn't hear her, but she said the bathtub. All right, so the old bathtub appears to be full, mostly full anyway. And if we look down here, we're dry. There are no leaks. I'm not sure about you, but I'd call that a win. So as always, I appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.